out to.
Now let's get it all in perspective for all y'all enjoyment of song.
The steep twists and curves of famous Lombard Street across the bay in San Francisco. We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York, looking at who they've got. Rose is out there with Lee. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Noah. And it's Porzingis in at the power forward. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Lee. The kick out to Rose. It's stolen by Curry. Green dishes to Curry. Can't get it to go. And New York the other way now.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Rose against Curry. And it's Rose penetrating. That's tipped. Some nice passing by Golden State. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Thompson's got 5.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Back to Rose. And Durant sends it back. Curry passes to Durant. Knicks with the rebound.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Now here's Pachulia. The tray. Can't get it to go.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Tries to save it. Now the Warriors moving it up. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Here's Durant. Curry wide open. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Hey guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
The Warriors trailing. Curry kicks to Durant. The drive by Thompson. Outside Durant. Now the dish to Green. The three-pointer, no good.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here's Rose outside. No good. Good D by Thompson. The Warriors have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Curry with the 3, and the shot is good. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jones comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. And then for New York, Justin Holiday comes in for Lee. And it's Jennings in for Rose. And the wide open shot from Green. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
And here is Anthony, following Draymond Green's 3, pass to Jennings. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pulls up. Another miss by Curry.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And Holiday kicks to Anthony. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Anthony's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Warriors leading by 3. Feeds it to Curry. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Jennings drives in. Noah dishes to Carmelo. Back to Holiday. Shoots it up. AT that time from Curry.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Green with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Green kicks to Durant. Offensive rebound. Knicks trail by 3. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Anthony's got 9.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship. And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Durant, and Smooth subbed in for Curry. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Now O'Quinn following the miss by Brandon Jennings from deep. Here's Thomas. The second chance effort. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. .111 left in the first quarter. New York moving it around. Williams' shot is off.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Green with the ball. Williams picks him up. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And the Knicks miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Oh, here comes Williams all alone. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Thomas with the stuff.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
Iguodala. And it's good assisting on the play with Livingston. Iguodala's got his first basket. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jennings drives in. The wide open look here for Holiday. Gets a very good look and converts. Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Here are the five New York has to start here in the second. Anthony out there with Thomas. Then it's Lee. Then it's Rose. And it's O'Quinn in at the center position. Dishes it to Rose. From deep. The Knicks rebound. Out to Anthony. Outside Rose. Fires from deep. That is good. Rose has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Knicks. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Rose with another miss. The Warriors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Pachulia, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Rose leaps for it. Anthony nowhere around. No good with the triple. And our old partner Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Now Rose after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Thomas with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Thomas passes to Rose, and that one's good.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for West, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Knicks also changing it up. Joakim Noah's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Porzingis in for Lance Thomas. Here's Green. He has 6. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Oh! Boom! He jams it straight down.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
Good try.
in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Livingston. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Klay Thompson. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Open shot, Thompson, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Time call here. The Knicks decide. To talk it over. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level, and Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
And the Warriors with some changes. Jones checked in for Draymond Green. West comes in for Kevin Durant. And Smooth subbed in for Thompson. And a new group in for the Knicks. Derek Williams, he checked in for Porzingis. Cowboy comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Justin Holiday's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Jennings in for Derrick Rose.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, he can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
Here's Jennings. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Williams against West. Iguodala with the steal. And now West pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Here's West. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And stolen by Jennings. Here's Cowboy. New York moving the ball around to end the drought. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Brandon Jennings.
And getting back to Durant, sometimes adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity challenges you to rise above. And Kevin was already at the highest rung on the ladder. I think his opponent should be very afraid of what they're about to witness this season.
And Holiday kicks it to Noah, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Livingston passes to Smooth. The feed to Iguodala. Another miss by Iguodala.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now West, following the miss by Brandon Jennings from deep. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here is Holiday. He dishes it to Jennings. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. .129 left to play here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Curry. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And so here is New York. 9-point game. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Warriors leading by 9. From deep three-point range, that's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And 12 points for Steph Curry.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Williams dishes to Jennings. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now here's Noah, following the miss by Draymond Green.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor. Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team, and you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
New York calls timeout. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 14. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Boomer. Anthony kicks to Lee. Passes it to Boomer. Puts up the baby hook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Durant, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. And so we conclude the first half. The Warriors on top. They lead by 13. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, David, a great first half that demonstrates a lot of the evolution of this team. As a veteran of this group, can you tell us a bit about the concepts that have helped this cohesion?
You know, we've developed some good habits, creating an identity, but we've just got to continue to try to make the right play every single time. And then the game will speak for itself.
David, thank you. Guys, Coach would point directly to this guy as to what this team is all about.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team, both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Let's take them back.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 12 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
Here's Curry. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Durant is out there with Green, and it's Pachulia in at the center. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Knicks trail by 15. And it's Rose penetrating. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And Thompson kicks to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 10 points for Draymond Green.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Porzingis passes to Rose. New York moving it around. No good from Lee. Warriors leading by 15. The pass to Green. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Thompson against Lee. Down low. Got a piece of it. Pachulia with the steal. Thompson dishes to Pachulia. And he makes good on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 17.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Durant, no good. Right side, Lee. Outside, Anthony. From deep three-point range. Pass to Boomer. Knocks it loose. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got 6.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Timeout called the Warriors. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Boom. Lance Thomas comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Jennings in for Derrick Rose. Outside for Curry. Over Jennings. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from Green. 14 points for Steph Curry.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Outside Jennings. Kicks it to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Here's O'Quinn. Jennings passes to Lee. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And a wide open look for Lee. No good with the triple. Warriors leading by 17. It's Iguodala with the drive, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Thompson. Lee with the steal. To the middle. Poked loose. It's stolen by Green. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Knicks trail by 19. Jennings kicks to O'Quinn. The shot is off. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Livingston and Thomas with the block. For the 3. And that one's good. Thomas got 5.
He's one of the few guys you don't mind seeing take the 3 in transition.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing. And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons
very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Knicks trail by 16. The dish to O'Quinn. It's stolen by Green. He kicks to Livingston. Back to Green. Thompson right side. He feeds it to Livingston. Here's West. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. West has got his first bucket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
New York calls timeout. Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting two guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have, two great free throw shooting guards.
Pachulia dishes to Iguodala. Jones the pass to Durant. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Knicks trail by 17. And Holiday kicks to Anthony. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. And Derek Williams, the basket on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game. Warriors leading by 13. Here's Curry. Makes it off the glass. Curry's got 16 points.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And it's Rose missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady was their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Williams for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Well, if you name an offensive stat category, the Knicks last season probably last in that category. All-around problems, Greg, for them scoring the ball.
Yeah, we may have to give them a new nickname, Last. How about last in fast break points, last in points in the paint, last in points per game, and then throw in bottom 3 in shooting percentage, and that spells abysmal.
Curry outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 6 assists in the game. 56 seconds left in the third. Knicks trail by 18. Noah dishes to Carmelo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Iguodala kicks to Jones. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Good. Pachulia's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
New York shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. And Rose throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul.
Team's first. Substitution for the Warriors. Klay Thompson.
19 seconds left in the third. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. And too long on the shot.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Warriors call a timeout.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors down. Draymond Green, David West.
Stolen by Holiday. Here's Williams. Look at that.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Knicks trail by 12, and on the floor for New York here in the fourth. They've got Anthony, Boomer out there with Derek Williams. And it's Rose, and it's Jennings in at the point guard position.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Here's Curry with the three. It's rebounded by New York. Anthony's got his third rebound tonight. To the paint. Here's Rose, and Thompson sends it back. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge. The shot misses. Knicks trail by 14. Down low. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Thompson with the bucket. Knicks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Rose passes to Boomer. The three from Anthony. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Green, no luck.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
3-on-3. Back to Rose. The kick out to Williams. Here's Anthony. Anthony missing again.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It's tipped. Taken away by Williams. Jennings passes to Boomer. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Thompson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. And Smooth subbed in for Steph Curry.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Durant with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And that one's good. 10 points for Kevin Durant. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Out to the wing. Here's Livingston, and his offense just hasn't been there. Knicks trail by 12. Jennings passes to Boomer. Second shot opportunity, and the nice bucket inside from Anthony. Anthony's got 22 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Durant for three. Again, Durant missing.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Uncovered. The Knicks pull it in. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Curry's checked in for Smooth. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
The offensive rebound. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Knicks trail by 13.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
6 on the shot clock. Jennings with the bucket.
Kevin, too easy. I mean, the defenders were sort of looking at each other like, whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
Here's Curry with the 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his 3rd assist on the night. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
A different look for New York. And here are the Knicks now. It's a 14-point game. Passes it to Kuzminskas. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
No good on that one. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Knicks trail by 14. Outside Holiday. Feeds it to Noah. Dishes it to Lee. Noah kicks to Lee. Curry with the defensive effort.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was touched by Lee.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Derek Williams checked in for New York. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
Durant has been 2 handfuls. He has 14 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Anthony drives in, and he jams it with authority.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Durant, and Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside Rose. It's deflected. Stolen by Thompson.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Stephen Curry. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Golden State's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The feed to Rose. New York moving it around. Pachulia with the steal. 35 seconds left in the 4th. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And here's Rose outside, and the basket good. 23 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors.
Personal foul. Kristaps Porzingis. First personal foul, team's 5th.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry. 2.
And both free throws good for Curry. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rose against Curry. The pass to Lee. He dishes it to Carmelo. Shoots the 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. From deep. Missed. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for him.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Andre Iguodala. And Andre, what was the secret to seeing such a great output offensively?
Well, we know our defense is our catalyst to everything for our team. So as long as we play defense, good stops. Rebounding was most important tonight. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. We were able to do that and get out on the break.
Andre, thank you so much. Kevin, no surprise, one of the best defenders, always thinking about things on that end.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
I don't know if there's a fan base.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.